For the first case, maybe this is number C. Okay, in this case, we can also express this by two-sided limit. In this case, the limit of the function f of x approaches c from the left, the behavior is drop to the head, minus infinity, okay? In this case, x approaches c from the right, also drop, it's minus infinity. So, any one of this, including two-sided limit, if one of the four cases happens, then we say, this vertical line whose name is x equals c. Vertical line x equals c. This straight line, vertical line, whose equation is x equals c. If any one of the four happens, then we say x equals c, the straight line is a vertical asymptote of the function f, or of the graph of the function f, vertical asymptote. Okay. So we have some terminologies have been introduced. Limits at some finite position. Two-sided limit or one-sided limit. Limit of a given function at some finite point from the left or from the right. Okay. Also, we allow this point can be far away from the origin. This is a limit at infinity. Maybe positive infinity, maybe negative infinity. If a limit at infinity exists, then there must correspond a horizontal asymptote. Where finally, if the limit is not a finite number, but the behavior is larger and larger, getting larger and larger, or small and small, then we call this kind of limit is infinite limit. Infinite limit. Once we have an infinite limit, a vertical asymptote and it then corresponds a vertical asymptote, okay, at the point C, x equals C. So what you have learned before, when x equals constant, x equals 0 is y-axis, x equals 1, x equals 2, x equals 3, indicate vertical lines. And the y equals k indicate horizontal lines. So here, x equals c, a vertical line, so we call x equals c a vertical asymptote of the graph. If limit at infinity exists, then the graph of the function has at least one horizontal asymptote. 好，也就是说我们这一节课介绍了什么呢？极限。极限呢，从一开始在某一点的概念，双边极限，我们可以谈单边极限。除了谈单边极限、双边极限之外，我们还可以把位置呢考虑到离原点很远、很远、很远的地方，很远、很远的地方，代表在无穷远处的极限，就是 x 趋近于什么呢？正无限大或 x 趋近于负无限大的极限。一旦在无穷远处的极限存在，图形就会伴随一个所谓的水平渐近线。我们也可以考虑在有限的地方呢，这个极限值哇不存在，但是越来越大，越来越大，越来越大，叫做无穷极限。一旦有无穷极限发生的时候，图形总是会伴随什么呢？铅值渐近线或数值渐近线。刚是水平渐近线，横的渐近线。好 ，for completeness, we finally consider what? Infinite limits at infinity. Okay? Infinite limit at infinity. For this function, when x approaches infinity, infinity. When x goes to minus infinity, is minus infinity. So this is an infinite limit at infinity. Okay. This is also an infinite limit, in fact minus infinite limit at infinity, in fact minus infinity. Similarly, we conclude for this quadratic function, this squared function, we certainly have infinite limits at both in positive infinity and the minus infinity. Okay, this is what we have for this hour. Okay, take a short break. We will consider some properties of limits. Take a break.
turn off.